Hi students, myself Saket, and today I am going to discuss on effective filtration pressure which is taking place inside the kidney, inside the nephron. So first of all, here one thing I want to tell you, the blood comes into the glomerulus by what? Afferent arteriole. Okay, afferent arteriole is a branch of what? Renal artery. You all know that the aorta divides into artery. Arteries divide into arteriole. Arteriole divides further into what? Blood capillary. So here, this afferent arteriole brings the blood, okay, into glomerulus, and from the glomerulus the blood is going out from efferent artery. So afferent arteriole brings the blood, and efferent arteriole take out the blood from the glomerulus. This how. So first of all, what is the meaning of this effective filtration pressure? So effective filtration pressure means what? The pressure required by which the filtrate get filter, or the small part of blood get filter and comes into the lumen of this Bowman capsule. This is the Bowman capsule, and this is the space inside the Bowman capsule is called as the lumen of Bowman capsule. So with what pressure the blood comes into, or the part of blood, okay, or in normal language we can call it as what? Filtrate. By what pressure the filtrate from this glomerulus comes into the Bowman capsule. That is called as what? Effective filtration pressure. Okay, so the formula to determine the effective filtration pressure is what? Glomerular hydrostatic pressure minus capsular hydrostatic pressure plus blood colloidal osmotic pressure, BCOP. So what is the glomerular hydrostatic pressure? You know that when the blood comes under the glomerulus, and you all know that the glomerular is a bunch of blood capillary or tuft of blood capillary. So actually when the blood comes into this bunch of blood capillary called as the glomerulus, due to the blood pressure, the blood is applying pressure into the wall of blood capillary. Because of that high blood pressure here, small quantity of a part of blood, okay, gets come out from this blood capillary, and they come out into what? Lumen of Bowman capsule. That is called as what? Glomerular hydrostatic pressure. That means due to the blood pressure here, small quantity of the blood or part of blood get filter out into the lumen of Bowman capsule. Clear up to here? That is called as glomerular hydrostatic pressure. The pressure, okay, so value of glomerular hydrostatic pressure is always 60 mmHg, but it's vary also. Okay, that we will study in the higher classes, but for the need this is enough. 60 mmHg is the value of glomerular hydrostatic pressure. Now if you talk about the capsular hydrostatic pressure, okay, so when a part of blood get filtered because of the blood pressure coming into what? Lumen of Bowman capsule, this epithelium of the Bowman capsule, okay, it is applying opposite pressure to that filtrate. The filtrate or the part of blood is coming downward into the Bowman capsule, but this epithelium of Bowman capsule is applying what? Opposite pressure, so that that filtrate should not come inside. Okay, opposite. So that is what? Capsular hydrostatic pressure. Okay, its value is what? 20 mmHg. Okay, now last is what? BCOP, blood colloidal osmotic pressure. Okay, you all know that in the blood one protein is found called as what? Albumin. Okay, now what happens? See, if you see this, suppose this is the blood vessel. This is what? Blood vessel, and this is what? Inside the blood vessel, blood is flowing, and this blood contain what? A protein called as what? Albumin. Okay, now what happens? Outside of this blood capillary, what is present? Group of cells are present. That is called as what? Tissue. Okay, tissue is present. Now because of osmosis, you know that what is the meaning of osmosis? The movement of water from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration. See, inside this blood, okay, if you see this, in this blood water content is high, but between the cells of the tissues water content is very low. So water will start, H2O, okay, water will start coming out. Where? Between the cells of the tissue, because of what? Osmosis. Now what albumin is doing here? The albumin is mixed in this blood, and albumin is applying a pressure on the wall of this blood capillary to prevent the outgoing of water. Okay, So from here the water is outgoing because of what? Osmosis. But the albumin is not applying a pressure on this wall of this blood capillary and prevent the outgoing of water. So that is called as what? Blood colloidal osmotic pressure. The pressure applied by the albumin protein to prevent the outward movement of water from the blood capillary, that is called as, and because of that pressure the outward movement of the water will be what? Decreased. So that is called as what? Blood colloidal osmotic pressure. Normally the value of blood colloidal osmotic pressure ranges between 28 mm Hg to 32 mm Hg, but here I have taken a middle average like 30 mm Hg I have taken here. Okay, now glomerular hydrostatic pressure help, what it is doing? It applying pressure so that the filtrate should come into the Bowman capsule. But this epithelium of Bowman capsule, what is that? Glomerular hydrostatic pressure is opposing it. And one more thing, blood colloidal osmotic pressure, albumin. Albumin is also not allowing the filtrate to come out of the blood capillary. So that's why glomerular hydrostatic pressure and these two are what? Enemy of this glomerular hydrostatic pressure. That's why I have written here minus. So GHP minus CHP plus BCOP. Okay, so if you will solve this, so what will be the effective filtration pressure will come? That is called 10 mm Hg. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, thank you.